This is better.
Tonight, we begin the first heat in Group B. And competing are Malcolm Burt, a police officer from Kenninghall, Norfolk.
London police officer, or Norfolk, sorry. Norfolk police officer, so ooh, watch out. He should be good.
Jackie Hart, a communicator for the deaf from Renfrewshire, Scotland.
A communicator for the deaf? It's quite a long job title, isn't it? Imagine if you're a communicator for the deaf and you have to explain to people what you do, and it's really long. But I suppose in sign language they might have made it short. Might be something like that, you know. Like, but like you have to explain it to like communicator for the like. It's quite a long. I think they'd come up with just a short job title for that, like translator. Do they have the translator?
Janet Morris, an airport manager from
Surrey, Peter Folding County.
Purley in Surrey.
So she could be involved in all sorts at that airport, Peter Folding style.
And Andrew Thompson, a civil servant.
Civil servant. Do you remember when we saw that other programme with Cilla Black the other day? We watched Blind Date and the civil servant got booed. So this is a civil servant from Cheltenham. I don't know who I want to win, really. Maybe the deaf interpreter.
From Cheltenham.
Do-dee-doo.
Good evening. Welcome to the Krypton Factor and 6 demanding mental and physical tests that make this the toughest quiz on television. Last week, we found our first grand finalist of 1992.
Like, how on earth? I mean, I suppose the physical challenges might be a bit of a gruelling issue for some of the politicians that have actually been quite good in their time, but, you know, Sleepy Joe Biden wouldn't have got through this, would he? So how on earth, could we not have something like this? Like, couldn't we just do we could do the election stuff and everything, but couldn't we have this as well? And it doesn't mean that if you can't do the Krypton Factor, you don't get elected. It just means we get to see it and just see, you know.
Tonight, we begin the search for another as
They would do debates. They do debates. Debates can be part of the Krypton Factor, but they should do all of the tests, and we should just get an idea.
Group B. This is the first of 3 heats leading to the group final.
Did you want to be on the show so you could do the bit at the end? Or is it everything you wanted to do? Did you want to do the obstacle course, really, and have a jumpsuit and do the obstacle course? Or is it everything? Because some of the rounds aren't that good, but the jumpsuit and the obstacle course, that's where it's at, isn't it?
So, let's get underway with round 1, mental agility.
The plane landing. Back when that was the height of sophistication. I've got a flight simulator on the computer. We can play it, like, you know, we can watch me trying to land a plane because I'm fucking awful at it. But yeah, back then it was like fucking cool, wasn't it? Flight simulator. Do-dee-doo. And it's like all computers and...
And in tonight's test, the contestants will be looking for the number of different elements that make up a particular date or time or word.
What?
In the case of a date, for example, the 21st of September, it should be converted into 4 figures.
4 figures? 21st, 09? 2109?
2109.
Yeah.
To decide how many different numbers there are. 4. In this case, 4. For a clock time, say 3:10, it's...
That means it's 10... Wait. That means it's... Are you going to make me do it 24-hour, or am I supposed to say 3:10, therefore 3 numbers? I mean, this is a bit confusing.
Converted into a 24-hour...
24-hour clock, okay. So it's 15:10. So now there's still 4 numbers. Like, every... Wait. Every single time, doesn't matter what time it is, every time is 4 numbers on the 24-hour clock. Yeah? So how many elements? 4 every time for a time, yeah?
Clock, 0310, and the answer is 3, because only 3 of the 4 numbers are different.
Well, I could have been 3 in the afternoon. I made it, and it's 0310 because only 3 of the numbers are different. So the O doesn't count because it's the same as that other O. They're making it even more confusing now. They just put in a stupid rule there.
All times are before midday.
All times are before midday. What?
But if I give a word, like for example, chance, the
Chance. Yeah, okay, this is going to make it even more confusing.
answer would be 5. because
5. Because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6 letters, but there's 2 that repeat, so it's 5.
There are only 5 different letters in that 6-letter word.
What the fuck is this for a quiz?
Right, that's the test. Here now is the first contestant to tackle it. Let's welcome 30-year-old police officer from Kenning Hall, Norfolk,
He hasn't got a chance.
Malcolm Burt. Begin.
Yes.
Good luck. Your time starts.
They don't even do an interview, look. They don't, you know, on most quiz shows, they're like, oh, so what's it like being a police officer? And then tell us a funny anecdote about when you fell in the bath. But they don't do anything like that here.
Welcome to you, Malcolm. 40 seconds on the clock.
Just straight into the time. You're on the clock now, Malcolm, ready to answer your questions. There's no pleasantries. We haven't got time for it. It's the Krypton Factor, which is a serious thing.
Are you ready to begin?
Yes.
Don't even need to. We shouldn't have even listened to his answer there. I should have just began anyway.
Good luck. Your time starts now. Lamb.
That's 4.
4.
19th of September.
That's 4.
3.
20.
Oh, what? Oh, because there's 2 9s. There's 2 9s. Fuck. I fell into that trap immediately. Immediately.
4.
19th of September.
3.
21 minutes past 3.
3? No, 4, because you're not double doing the 0.
4.
3,323.
What? Even out, you want to come in? 3,323. So it's like 2. Yeah?
2.
Dread.
3.
4.
15th of June.
No, wait. He didn't get that right, but he didn't say it. It's 3, isn't it? Because D-R-E... Oh, wait. D-R-E-A-D. No, it is. He's got it right. 4. I missed that one.
4. 4.
5 minutes to 11.
11:55. 2.
2.
Wrong.
What? No. No. This doesn't seem fair. 11:55. 5 minutes to 11. Oh no, wait. 5 minutes to 11 is 10:55, isn't it? It's 10:55. They're doing trick questions. I smoke weed. I'm sat here in the evening smoking weed. I don't think I should get any criticism for not being sharp enough to get these right. But if I was on the Krypton Factor, I'd have my head on and, like, you know, in my prime, I'd be stonking these, I reckon. But I got that wrong. I slipped into the trap again. It's 10:55, not 11:55. This is so... It's like... I mean, this is actually an intelligence test as well. I'll tell you for why. Is because you can't sort of... you couldn't... Unless you knew this was coming, you couldn't research or plan for this. It's just, can you do this mental arithmetic thing? Can you do this mental agility thing in your head? And that's what they're actually trying to test. So again, I think we should do this for our politicians. I honestly think the top people that are running the country should take these tests on television, and whether it, like, if they fail them, it shouldn't stop you from voting for them. You can still vote for them, but we should know.
2,202.
That's 3.
2.
Sorry, 2.
Hills.
3.
4.
6th of May,
I'm trying to do it without pausing as quick as he's doing it, and it's fucking hard.
1966.
Wait, what did you say?
4.
6th
Because
of May.
he's saying numbers as well now.
2.
Hills.
Hut it, like.
4.
So
6th of May, 1966.
3.
5.
14 minutes to 4. Don't need to
The
answer
beeper.
4, but in 40 seconds you've scored 9.
Oh, you don't even
which
get
is a
to see
brilliant-
in this one. The beepers goes and you're done. You're done. That beeper's gone and you're done. You ain't know nothing after the beeper. Nothing at all.
Start, Malcolm. Well done. Take your seat, please.
Well done. I've got no idea about whether that's good or not, but I don't like your brown shoes. And you're the police.
Now for our next contestant, 33-year-old communicator for the deaf from Linwood, Renfrewshire, Jackie Hart.
If I was Jackie Hart, every single question he asked me, I'd say pardon, like that, as a joke. Just it doesn't matter about the score. Just every question he asked me, I'd go pardon. This is the one I hope wins, but I don't think she will.
All right, welcome, Jackie. Are you
I don't think he will.
ready to start?
Yes.
Then good luck. Your 40 seconds.
What's that hair? Is that a wig? Wait, you can't see it all. Is that a wig? Wait. You know what I'm like on the television, when I watch the television? You know what I say about them? All these people in television. Not the people that are contestants on shows necessarily, but like, you know, is that a wig? What do you reckon? It might just be a big old bonce of hair. Just looks like this front section here is just slightly separate from this like back section. It just looks like there's a bit of separate. It might just be the way the fringe falls. Could be a big old wig though. Wonder if Eddie's watching. I am the wig man. I am the wig man. Cuckoo, choo. Right, are you ready for another round of this fucking nonsense?
Begin now. Ease.
What? I literally, when he said ease, I thought he was going to say a question. Like, what is the capital of China or something? And I forgot that it was this nonsense, even though I just said it. Ease. E. Doesn't matter about the other E. No, sorry, EAS 3.
3. 21st of February.
4.
3.
24 minutes past 4.
3.
6016.
3.
Paper.
4.
7th of July.
It's going too fast, I can't. I just think it's really funny the way he's just saying numbers, and to be honest, you have got a pretty good shout if you want to pretend to be clever of just saying a number and just hoping. Look, watch. 6.
9 minutes to 10.
4.
3.
Wrong. 4104.
3.
Frame.
5.
7.
10th of October 1911.
3.
3.
25 minutes to 4.
2.
Wrong. 16,000. Don't need to go any further. And in 40 seconds, you've scored 9, which is an outstanding start. Well done, Jackie. Take your seat.
Right. He did really well, yeah. And I'll tell you what I think as well. He works every day watching people speak sign language or listening to people speaking into it. Like, he has to mentally do a process every day, juggle those thoughts. So I think it probably does help him in that round. You've got no ideas on the rules? Yeah, they went through it at the start. The rules are each word or integer value. Each integer or letter is equivalent to a 1 digit. Like, so if the word is fall for alala, then you've got 1, 2, 3, but the second L you've already had it, so that's just a 3. But if it's falls with an S, it becomes a 4. Yeah, and if the time is 10 to 4, then that's actually 350, and that means it's 0, 3, 5, but you've already had a 0, so that's a 3. Yeah, it's just designed to be confusing.
Our third contestant this evening is from Purley, Surrey. She's 27-year-old airport manager, Janet Morris.
I think most of us could probably get it right with a little bit of time, but I think the speed of these contestants is throwing us right off, because like, they're saying it before I even have a chance to think about it. If I pause each one, I'll get them right, yeah? But then I'm getting the benefit of the pause, aren't I? So like, it's cheating in a way, but they're quite quick, these people.
Welcome, Janet.
Welcome, Janet. She's my favourite.
30 seconds on the clock. Are you ready to begin? Yes. Then the clock starts now. Cake.
4.
24th of April.
3.
6 minutes past 10.
3.
9009.
Right, I'm pausing that one. 9009 is a 2.
2.
Brook.
That's a 3. B-R-O. Oh no, 4.
4.
11th of January.
2. No, what? 2. 2.
3. 2.
12 minutes to 10.
I hate these ones. These are the ones that fuck me up. 12 minutes to 10 is actually 9:48. Yeah? So 0948 is 4.
4.
1,913.
3.
Greed.
4.
14th of November.
I'm trying to leave them and just not pause it. I can't get them as quick as there. No way.
1944.
14th of something, 1944. A 1, loads of 4s, so there's 2, and then a 9, 3.
4.
Wrong. 16 minutes to 5.
He doesn't tell you what the answer is if she gets it wrong. 16 minutes to 5 means it's 4, 44. So that's just like, but it's a 0-4, so it's a 2.
1.
Wrong. 15,905.
1, 5, 9, 3.
4.
He
Potato.
just randomly throws in the word potato.
Don't need to answer that.
Don't
It would
need
have
to
been
answer it because the buzzer went off. So
4, but in 40 seconds you have scored 10, which is excellent. Janet, well
it is look really good.
done. Take your seat.
And you've got to be a bit switched on if you're going to go onto the Krypton Factor, yeah. But I think, in my own heart, I feel like I should be able to do this like better than I'm doing. But then I understand that I'm tired and I'm stoned, so I think maybe it's fair.
And now completing tonight's
What
contestant
about you? Do you think they're going fast and well, or do you think like that you can just do it? Like,
lineup, we welcome our 29-year-old
I didn't even comment on her mustard blouse.
civil servant from Cheltenham, Andrew Thompson.
She's not. She has to wear the colours that, like, if you're in the yellow section, you have to wear yellow. You're allowed to wear your own yellow clothes for this, but when it comes to the obstacle course, they give you a jumpsuit. So
Welcome, Andrew.
she got given the yellow. Like he's given blue, so he's wearing a blue shirt, but he's got the slightly wrong colour of blue on. Look, but
Ready to begin. Then the clock starts.
she whispered that. Is he ready? Are you ready? Gladiators are ready. I am.
Welcome, Andrew.
He's frightened.
Are you ready to begin? Then the clock starts now. Room,
2, 3,
14th of March.
4,
4.
26 minutes past 6.
3,
3.
9,099.
1,
Wrong. Green,
4.
4. I guess
23rd of February.
3.
8 minutes to 1.
4.
Wrong.
I started off well then, didn't I? Listen, I started off well then, and then I started to slip. I'll tell you what slipped is when he got ahead of me, my brain said, oh, he's got ahead. And while I was thinking, oh, he's got ahead of me, I've stopped thinking and the questions are still coming. But I think I can do this. I feel like I need to prove it in a way. It's like this is part of the competitive nature of academia in some ways. Like when I went to school, it was actually quite... they didn't pressured you to fight with each other over who's the smartest or anything, but academic success was like on the docket, so to speak. And I used to. It was certainly when I first started. As I left school, I didn't give too much of a shit. But when I first started, I was literally competing with the other people in my class to get the top of the class marks for every. I wanted to do that, maths tests and stuff like that. I suppose this isn't quite like that, is it? It's just literally mental agility. But there's some part of the competitive nature of me wanting to get this right and do it. But I'm gonna have to just jaff it in and just accept that I'm not going to get all these right.
2,424.
2.
Apple.
3.
He's quick.
Wrong.
No,
17th
he's
of
wrong.
October,
See, he's quick, but he's wrong. So then, you throw me right off. I'm going to go back to pausing it.
1971.
4.
27 minutes to 3.
2.
2.
Well, it was 3, but just beaten there
It
by...
was 3. 27 minutes 3. I thought that would be... Oh, it's to 3. I was going to say it's 3:33. It's not. It's 2:33. So it's 3.
the buzzer. Nonetheless, in 40 seconds, you scored 7, which is a good score.
Every time they give me that number to 3, and I'm like, right, 3's one of the numbers, but it's not. It's to 3, which means it's the number 2. That'll throw me off every time.
Well done, Andrew.
Well done, Andrew. You come last.
Take your seat, please.
At least you're not wearing brown shoes like that policeman.
Well, some of the highest scoring so far in that round this series. Let's see how it worked out as we go to the scoreboard.
You shouldn't have to show us this because we're mentally agile, so we should know.
There it is.
Oh wait, you don't get the scores that you got. You got a different points allocated depending on how you did. So Andrew, who got 7, actually gets 2. So that's even worse.
4th place.
Mentally agile your way out of that.
Andrew with 2 points. Then in 3rd place, Malcolm with 4, although he got the same number of correct answers as Jackie, but Jackie was quicker, so he's 2nd with 6 points. But the winner of the round and the early leader with a Krypton Factor of 10, the airport manager from Purley, Surrey, Janet Morris.
I like the shorts as well. Response. There we go, here we go. This is your favourite.
2, and a Boeing 737 aircraft provides the challenge. Aboard British Midland's £15 million simulator at Colville, Leicestershire, the contestants must use their skill and coordination to follow the guidance of the flight director instrument to land the plane under the critical eye of Captain Ron Hardy.
You always think this is going to be well easy, don't you, when you watch it? But I tell you what, it is actually quite difficult, having done it on Flight Simulator. Like, just keeping an eye on all the different things is actually a bit of a chuff ache. Like pitch, yaw, all this, and like okay, pitch and yaw, I need to go this way and adjust my yaw, but which one of these sticks does adjust the yaw? Like, okay, it might be easier in a Flight Simulator where you've actually got a stick that does this, but like little controls, which one of these dials does this? And by the time you thought about it, the plane's crashing. So like there is an element of control that you need, and jumping straight into it. I suppose they have a little bit of a practice, don't they? They tell them what everything is. But again, this is, for me, a bit of a mental agility thing as well as a physical response control thing, because in order to control and respond to it, you have to know what to do. And that's a practice thing, like pressing the right button at the right time, push or pull, twist or spin or whatever. So you have a short time to get in control of this aircraft and learn the nuances of that, I suppose.
First to go is Malcolm Burt. And the approach this evening is into Sydney Airport, Australia. And he has drifted to the left of the runway, and that vertical bar moves right of centre, instructing him to turn the control column gently right, but he in fact turns it left. So he's way off course at the moment.
That's what I mean, like a little thing like that, like forgetting which, because it might work the opposite on this or some shit, yeah? Like a little thing like that, because you don't know, going the wrong way, and then, but the planes drift, and it's hard to, and then you're trying to correct something that's even worse, and then you go, this can really fall apart quite quick.
But he's trying to correct it now, and as he gets closer to the centre line, so the vertical bar on the flight director moves back towards the middle.
But I would say that really does help, because you're just trying to keep this thing in line. So as long as you're getting these sort of things generally in the right place, then you're going to hit the runway, that's pretty sure. So like, make sure you're not travelling too fast and you'll land it. So, you know, generally you hope that you can get this right.
So this is a very bold recovery.
It's not. Listen, it's not just left is right. It's that you can tilt the aeroplane, like he's found here. The aeroplane doesn't just go like left and right, but it tilts as well. So like you can move in these different directions, and but some like. And also forward and back, like the pitch of the aircraft, the nose, so you can sort of float around in space quite easily, and just turning it like that might not result in the turn that you want as well. So it's not just that intuitive. But I don't know whether this is left is right or right is left, but there can be that on some of these controls, I think. The other thing is you're reading these things like the altimeter and your speed, and you're not used to how fast or low you need to be, are you? Like, what if you're going at 100 and you're down to 40? What does it matter if you don't know whether you should be or not? That might be twice as fast as you need to be, or it might be half as fast as you need to be. So it's all that experience that goes into this. So I think this is very tough to jump into. And it's not just simply the case of, oh, the aircraft's going this way, I'll twist the wheel that way, fixed. But yeah.
Take it, wrestling with the controls there. And down he comes, and that's a very hard landing, and in fact the computer registers undercarriage collapse, but he would have got out of it safely. Next it's Jackie.
Undercarriage collapse, but he would have got out of it safely. What they mean is the plane would have broken apart on the forces.
And as with all the contestants, he's being judged on his angle of descent and straightness of approach, and of course for his actual landing on the runway. This is a very good effort.
Because this is what really makes the landing, is the angle of descent, and like, so what he's basically saying, like, is that if you go in too pointy downwards too quick, you're going to crash it, yeah? So you can't fix that when you're down at the ground. You can't say, oh look, I've arrived a bit too pointy downwards here, let's pull up. Well, you can fix it, but you've got to pull up, you know, like, so it's about getting that in advance and knowing how to sort of keep it level as you cruise down, and those little angles, like tilting it slightly will take you off to the left, and then you try and correct for the fact that you slightly tilted and went off to the left by yawing it this way and then spinning it. That's the sort of problem you get into. Yeah.
He is nicely online. Just doesn't want to do anything drastic now on the control
But
column.
I swear, watch me do it on Flight Simulator. We'll do it one time, and I have real trouble landing some of the big aircraft.
Just very small inputs to keep the aircraft steady. Lifts the nose to flare for the landing. Down he comes, just left of the centre line, and that's a very nice touchdown indeed. Well done, Jackie.
Like a smaller, lighter aircraft, I find much easier to control on the Flight Simulator. But this is supposed to be simulating a big jumbo jet as well, so like it's like a that Titanic ship or something. You can't just say just a little. It's like big, slow, swervy, like.
Now, Janet Morris, an airport manager, of course, at Gatwick, and a very different view of an airport from the one she's used to. On the flight director, the vertical and horizontal bars form a perfect cross, which means she's precisely in the right place for landing, right on the centre line. Now, just has to hold it steady, flares nicely, and drops down onto the runway, and that is an excellent touchdown.
Excellent landing. I wonder if, like, being around the airport, she must have some sense of how fast and smooth and, like, some of this terminology might not be new to her, so that might help, but, like, generally this is a... they call it response, don't they? It's not just a physical challenge, but like there's a combination of physical and mental. But this isn't just because she works at an airport she's good at landing a plane.
Performance by Janet Morris. And finally, Andrew Thompson. Well, he's
the policeman did the worst, didn't he, so far?
Lifted way right of the runway and is slightly high. He tries to correct the direction.
Andrew Thompson's having
problems. Will
problems.
help him to do that. Horizontal.
Andrew Thompson did worst in the first challenge, didn't he? Andrew Thompson does not have the Krypton Factor. Andrew Thompson's there to make up the numbers. Andrew Thompson's going home with nothing. Andrew Thompson needs to park this plane quick because we need to move on to the next round. Andrew, you're holding us up.
The bar on the flight director is dropped way down, so he should push forward on the control column until it returns to the middle. But he's not doing it. He's just not losing enough height, and he's drifting off course again. So this is beginning to look fairly hopeless for Andrew.
That's what I mean, is like, if you're smooth and steady and you make these small adjustments, okay, but as soon as you've cocked it off like that, then you're fucked, aren't you? Because, like, you're probably best off in a real life situation going around for another pass and getting your angle better, but he's going to have to try and put this down now, and it's not going to want to go.
He's just not going to be able to land it on that runway. Probably heading on for the Opera House now, so his flight has to be abandoned. And that's very hard luck, Andrew.
Alright, I thought they'd make him force it down just for the fun of it, but they abandoned his flight because he was going to crash into the Sydney Opera House.
Now for the result. Captain Ron Hardy decided it like this. Fourth, Andrew Thompson, an erratic flight in which he lost his line of approach and failed to land.
That's very interesting seeing it like that, because that's exactly what I mean. Like, you have to be consistent all the way, because otherwise down this end it gets tight. But
2 points. Third, Malcolm Burt. His approach was never straight, and although he made a brave attempt to land, his undercarriage collapsed. 4 points. Second, Jackie Hart, a very good line of approach and descent. He handled the aircraft well and made a good landing. 6 points. And the winner, Janet Morris. Perfect graphs and an outstanding performance, ending with a gentle touchdown on the centre line. 10 points. Now,
there you go.
All those points go into the scoreboard, and no change in the
lady in yellow
order, but increasing her lead to 8 points. With a Krypton Factor now of 20, the airport manager from Purley, Janet Morris. So Janet's setting a very hot pace. The others will want to stop her here. Round 3 is our test of observation, in which the contestants' response to 6 questions is measured for accuracy and speed by electronic keypads. And those questions will be about tonight's instalment of our thriller about amnesia victim John Palmer's quest to discover his true identity. So, contestants, turn to your screens, please, as Palmer and friend Sue decide what to
Sorry, I didn't really listen to what you were saying there. I was making a read for it. It seemed really complicated.
do next in episode 5 of Dead Ringer.
Are we doing some sort of fucking... Oh, this is observation, isn't it? Is this one? What's this one? Hang on.
Of 20, the airport manager from Purley, Janet Morris.
Right, Janet.
So Janet's setting a very hot pace. The others will want to stop her here. Round 3 is our test of observation, in which the contestants' response to 6 questions...
Do you get what was funny about what I just did there? I can't claim it was deliberately funny. I didn't pick up on what round it was, but now that I've done it, I see the irony. So I think we're going to have to just accept that I am pretty funny.
...is measured for accuracy and speed by electronic keypads. And those questions will be about tonight's instalment of our thriller about amnesia victim John Palmer's quest to discover his true identity.
Amnesia victim John Palmer is trying to discover his identity.
So, contestants, turn to your screens, please, as Palmer and friend Sue decide what to do next in episode 5 of Dead Ringer.
Duh, duh. And you don't know what they're going to ask you. You just got to watch it and hope.
You told me your name was John Palmer.
So I thought.
Well, there's a wallet in your inside pocket that has his credit card and his address.
I know.
He's got a wallet in his pocket with the credit card and address. This is confusing me. It looks like Katie Puckrick.
There's a picture back there that even looks like you.
I know.
Only now you want me to believe that you're not Palmer after all.
Well, not according to his wife, no. Look, I know this doesn't make sense. And another thing, if I'm somebody else, then who was that maniac in the hospital trying to kill? Was it me or Palmer? What's the matter?
I don't need this. I had a very enjoyable life as a publisher up until yesterday when I met you.
I know, I'm sorry. Look, I know this must sound crazy. If you just want me to get out and get out of your life, I will. It's just that you seem to be the only friend I've got at the moment. Where are we going?
My place, unless you can think of somewhere better. Look, I gotta pick up some bread and milk. I haven't been to the shop since Wednesday.
Hello, sir. Oh, I really like the gear, sir. Dead trendy. Like your bird, sir. Yeah, nice one.
Stop! Oh, chap! Now, you know me, don't you? Look, tell me who I am.
What?
What is my name?
Mr. Fenton!
And what do I do? What is my job?
You teach us English and drama at Elbank School.
What?
Now, thanks, of course, to our stars there, Tony Slattery and Katie Puckrick.
It was Katie Puckrick and Tony Slatteris. Oh my God.
Now, contestants, would you take your keypads, please?
That was my observation answer. He's told me that that's not going to be on the quiz now.
They will record your choices and the speed in which you vote.
So vote quick.
And stand by now for question number 1. Sue said there was a credit card in Palmer's wallet, and what else?
Oh my God, I knew that'd come up. Wasn't it something with his address, like a doctor's note or something?
You have 5 seconds in which to answer. Here are your options.
Check card, photograph, phone card, address. We'll go address. Photograph. There was a photograph of him in the wallet. Some of them are going for photograph.
Your time is up, and the answer to that is...
And you know who's got address? Is old Captain Blue at the end there. So it's not address. It was photograph.
C, address.
We went address. It was address. We're in there with Captain Blue. He's turned the tables this time. Sorry, everyone.
Question 2. What did Sue say she had to buy, and when did she last go shopping?
Right, she needed to buy bread and milk, and she last went shopping on Wednesday.
These are your choices.
Bread and milk on Wednesday. I'm in.
Time's up.
Beep, 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 beep.
The answer, A. Bread and milk, last Wednesday.
Last Wednesday.
Question 3. What was the description of the video library advertised on the supermarket window?
What? What? I was busy counting how many kids had skateboards, you bastards. And I tried to memorise the licence plate of the fucking car. Fuck. What was the what? Same. What was the licence plate on the car then? Go on, can you remember that? G27 NL or something. Was it G9? TN? Oh, you see? You got the car. Get the license plate. I remember it had 2 tax discs and it was a Citroen as well. Get the license plate. Cactus. Well, the answer here is going to be anything. It won't be enormous, will it? I think it'll be super or fantastic, but I'd have a guess at super, just like, what the fuck? I can't believe they've stitched us up like this. Extensive. They all know it as well.
That one, B, extensive.
It's because they know what to look for, because they've played the Krypton Factor before back. You know, they've watched this round a few more times than I have, because they know what chuffers they are. Extensive.
Question 4. Who was waiting outside the supermarket?
Who was waiting outside the supermarket? The kids? What do you mean? One boy, a woman and a dog. One woman, a man and a dog. 2... I wasn't watching that. I was paying attention to the interaction between the man and the kids. I have no idea. Like, I haven't got a memory of it. I think it's a small amount of people because, like, I think there might be a dog involved because 3 of them have got a dog on. But a small amount. 1 woman, 1 man and a dog, I'm going to say. Woman, man and dog. That's what I'm going to say. This is a fucking nightmare, this is. I'm failing this round now. I thought I was doing really well all of a sudden, and then they've thrown me these curveballs. And, like, listen, I knew they were going to throw me curveballs, so I was looking at everything, but I suppose there wasn't that much to look at.
The answer, C, 2 girls and a dog.
Fuck.
Question 5.
Who murdered Nicola Bullis? And then the policeman answers, it was Pennis. And then, oh my God, it was Pennis. We done you. That was how we did you. That's how we got you. Turns out this show's run by the Masons. Everything's off. You're done. It was Edis. Edis. The policeman clicked Edis. It's your done. It was all a big ruse to get you to admit to the murder.
What did one of the boys say was
Paul Ansell.
the name of his school?
What did he say was the name of the school? Oh my God, I tried to remember the name of the man. I don't think he said comprehensive. So I'm going to go with school. It wasn't grammar. Was it Elmbank Oh my God. Did he say comprehensive? Was it B?
Time's up. The answer, A, Elmbank School. And finally, question number 6.
I got that right. Huh? 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 Huh?
Between them, what headgear was worn by the 3 boys?
Between them, one of them had a red cap on, that's for certain. That's absolutely certain. I didn't realise the others were wearing caps. So I'm going to say D, because I think there was... One of them definitely didn't have a cap on, because I thought, well, he's wearing a red cap, he's not wearing a headgear. And it quickly went through my mind, try and remember what these... 2 of them got skateboards. You know, I might have to give the officer my description of 3 young boys on skateboards. So I'm going to say D. I'm going to say quick as well, real quick.
And the answer to that is D, 1 red cap and 1 black cap. Right, well, all the answers are being instantly processed, and in fact...
They're being instantly processed. They've already been instantly processed. It's a computer. It's only beep, 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 but this was top of the range back then.
Here is the result of the round. Jackie, you got just 1 right and finish 4th, 2 points. Malcolm, you got 3 right and are 3rd, 4 points. Janet, you got 4 correct and finished 2nd, 6 points. But Andrew, although you also got 4 right, it was in a faster time than Janet, so you win the round, 10 points.
To be fair, I'm glad the policeman is quite good at the observation round, because that's a very policeman-y sort of round to be in. Is he the policeman? He's not the policeman, is he? Which one's the policeman? Oh no, he's not the policeman, is he? Is he? He's not the policeman, is he? Is he the policeman now? I can't remember who's who.
Immediately, let's see what difference that makes to the overall position. And there...
Malcolm's the policeman, isn't he? He's the civil servant. Oh my God. Malcolm came last.
We have 2 contestants sharing 2nd place.
Oh, he's coming last now.
Jackie and Andrew on 14.
This doesn't bode well, does it? Airport manager's doing better than the policeman. I think the Krypton Factor is actually a good thing, just generally. I know that, listen, not everyone's going to ace every round, so not every skill is required in every workplace, but knowing this about Malcolm there, I think, oh no, like, I'd have hoped the airport manager, although it's quite a demanding job, I'd have thought the police would be a higher sort of level of, like, you know...
But still the leader with a Krypton...
Airport managers, police. I suppose in the middle there you've got airport security, haven't you? Like somewhere in the middle there. Something like a police, but an airport.
Krypton Factor now of 26. Airport manager Janet Morris.
Well done, Janet. I'm glad I picked her from the start. Physical ability. So this is the obstacle course, and this is just goes out the window now. It's just how fast you can go down an obstacle course, isn't it? So, like, I don't know how fast I'd go down the obstacle course, but pretty quick, I guess. Like, it's not a long slog. I'm going to find it a grueling long slog, and I'm not really going to be up for that. But little, like, you know, little fast obstacle course. Yeah, I'd be up for doing that. I don't want to go and do a muddy. Have you seen those like mud runners they do, and they're like out for 9 hours running around in the mud? Oh, no thanks. But you know, I'm not averse to a bit of physical ability. No.
And the handicap system allows Janet Morris to set off first. An airport.
The handicap system. What does that mean? Is it because she's a lady, or is it because of the points she's got? I remember there being something to do with points. Wasn't it about the number of points you've got?
Manager at Gatwick.
But she's doing quite well in the. So I think it might be a handicap system because she's a lady.
She also keeps herself.
Handicap wouldn't use that word these days. You wouldn't call it a handicap system these days.
Very fit, a scuba diver, and she has been undergoing a special training program at the Living Well Health Club at Gatwick Airport, and goes to step aerobics 3 times a week. So she does believe she can do very well on this course, wants to establish a good lead here right at the start. But here are 3 men out to stop her. Malcolm Burt nearest to us, Jackie Hart in green in the middle, and Andrew Thompson in blue on the far side, all setting off fairly quickly. But nonetheless, Janet has started well. She's going for these obstacles, and attacking, just as Jackie's done there, is what it's all about. Attacking the obstacles, getting your technique right, and that's pretty good technique there by both Jackie and Malcolm Burt, and also by Janet Morris. She landed on the bar and immediately stepped forward.
This is the one that doesn't, though, isn't it? This one. And technique, there is technique to be employed here, but just slogging your way up it is a chore, this one.
And started to climb, so that's excellent stuff from Janet Morris. Jackie Hart down the fireman's pole, and he's gone well clear in second place now. And Janet giving this all she's got at the moment, holding herself down the S-bend, now onto the chain bridge, and there's a mistake.
Janet, mummy.
And she really must try to make no mistakes at all.
Go, mummy, go, mummy, go, mummy, go, mummy, go, mummy.
On the obstacles, knowing that Jackie Hart is closing all the time. Now just look at that, rolling himself down the S-bend. That's very smoothly done, and he'll have picked up a few more seconds there. So he's closing on Janet Morris, and look at that, she's just missed another foothold, and she can't afford to do that with him so close. In fact, you can see Jackie just appearing to the left there, as again Janet's in a bit of trouble. She missed the rope, didn't pull herself over, and Jackie is now ever closer, just a couple of strides away. So can Janet hold on here? Has she got anything left for the finish? On to the stepping stones, she must step on every single one of them. And Jackie Hart, well, he's a very good athlete. He's a 400-metre runner with Kilbarchan Athletic Club near where he lives in Renfrewshire. And here's the private battle for third place between police officer Malcolm Burt nearest to us and Andrew Thompson on the far side as Janet strides on towards the Burma rope bridge, giving it all she's got. And there's a little stumble there from Jackie. Was that tiredness or over-exuberance? Still looks to have plenty of spring on his feet as he goes up to that Burma rope bridge and is almost level now with Janet. So stride for stride across the Burma rope bridge. It's all going to be decided coming down the aerial slide. Malcolm is clear in third place. 4 points look safe for him. But the battle here is for first place. And as they come down the aerial slide, they need to think about their landing. They must place their feet in the water early on as a safety measure for braking. And there's a time penalty if you don't do it properly. And in fact, Jackie there went right across the water, well ahead of Janet. And he may be in trouble there.
I was going to say, there's no way you're putting your feet in to slow yourself down there, is there, if you're in a race? So, like, it seemed a bit unfair that. This is where he overtakes her. She's ahead, so if you do the slowing down properly, like you're supposed to, like you're told to, you both slow down at a similar rate. Therefore, she stays ahead. There's no, like, going down this... Is there going down this faster? Terminal velocity... I suppose you're not going to reach terminal velocity for a start, are you? That's not happening. I just don't think there's enough, like, even with physics, weight, you know, acceleration, whatever, you're not supposed to be accelerating at some stupid, they're telling you, just hang there, let it do its thing, don't go too fast. I think she's supposed to stay ahead here and then leave this. I don't think there's much gaining ground to be done here, but he gains loads of ground because he cheats.
Place, and as they come down the aerial slide, they need to think of...
Some people are cheats, aren't they? Some people like to gain ground by cheating because they just think any way they can do it to get ahead. But, you know, long run, that doesn't actually get you ahead.
About their landing, they must place their feet in the water early on as a safety measure for braking, and there's a time penalty if you don't do it properly.
See, he's cheated. He's cheated. They'll time penalty him. And long run, it doesn't get you ahead, because if you cheat yourself out of the actual work that goes into actually making something happen and doing it. So, like, here, he's cheating himself out of the real victory, but he'll get time penalty or whatever. But next time they do the race, it doesn't mean he's going to do any better because he knows how to cheat better, does it? Like when it comes to it, he should have actually done the race better.
And in fact, Jackie there went right across the water.
I wonder what they'll do, because she seems pretty unhappy about this, and she's still attached to that. This would annoy me, this bit, this whole thing. Like, there's no... It's not like a measure of my physical prowess if I can hang on the thing and then get off it. Like, she's caught on the thing, it must be annoying.
Ahead of Janet, and
he's off it already, look. This is what's slowing her down, this thing.
May be in trouble there. So we'll just have to wait for an adjudication from the Army on whether they felt he did break the safety rules, which are rigorously applied on this assault course.
I think he did break the safety rules.
Of course, if he did, a time penalty is imposed, and it could affect the result of the race. The moment he finishes in first place, and this is 6 foot 14 stone Malcolm Burt, the police officer, in third place ahead of Andrew Thompson. Janet Morris crosses the line.
But did she do enough to get over the line close enough?
In second place at the moment, but we have to wait and see if that's the final situation.
I mean, they did give her a little bit of a head start, but to be honest, I think she definitely won that, even if they give it to him, I don't care. Like, he definitely cheated, and he knew what he was doing. They told him about it. The Army are there shouting at him, put your legs down. It is...
Here for third place, it is the policeman from Norfolk, Malcolm Burt, who finishes third, and Andrew Thompson, who picks up 2 points for fourth. And we in fact have the adjudication. The Army decided he did break the strict safety rules, and that means that in the heat of the moment, that by not placing his feet in the water as he landed, he gained enough...
It's not the heat of the moment, is it? He waited till he was ahead of her and then he let go. He kept his legs up in the air until he was ahead of her. It's no heat of the moment. He did exactly what they told him not to.
Fair advantage over Janet, as you can see there, who did place her feet in the water. So their positions are reversed, and the overall position at the end of the round with a Krypton Factor of 36 from Purley, Surrey, Janet Morris.
She is shagging the Krypton Factor, isn't she? She's absolutely throwing it around. She's having a great time on the Krypton Factor.
Unfortunate end to the race for Jackie, but he very sportingly accepted the fairness of that decision. But now just 2 rounds to go. This is the intelligence test and a 3-dimensional logic problem.
Okay, these are fun, but you can't take part really because you don't get to just, you know, have a Rubik's Cube, do you, in your house, but they are fun.
Contestants, take your positions, please. In front of each of them are 8 cubes. 3 of the faces on each cube are magnetized.
Oh, do you think you'd get this? Do you think you'd have this?
The task is to determine the polarity of these faces so that the 8 cubes can be put together to form a single larger cube. And remember the golden rule: like poles repel and opposite poles attract. Are you ready, contestants?
So when they say that, the polarity, I don't know if they mean literally it's just a north-south, like one face north, one face south, or if it's got north-south on it. But the simplest thing to do, wouldn't it be, is to get one, get the other, find them that repel. Okay, this is a same pair, just put that over there. These connect, they're different, put that over there, and then you just do it with all the cubes. Then you've got them all piled up in 2 piles, norths and souths, and then you just put them all together. I wonder if they're going to try and assemble it on the fly and try and fit it and move it and twist it and oh, that's the wrong one, or if they're going to organise first and then put them together. If it's organised first and put them together, you might lose some time where people are getting ahead of you, but then you might gain the time. And I don't know what the correct method is because I've never put one of these things together and tried to do it quickly. So it might just be better to not organise and just to do it on the fly. But then you'll basically, it's luck whether you get a good run or not, because if you pick one up and it goes in, great, that was lucky. And if it doesn't, oh, that's the wrong one, I'm going to have to find a different one. So that becomes a luck run, really, doesn't it? Rather than a skill challenge. So I think maybe you should force them to sort them. I don't know. Like,
The test
What would you do? Would you sort it, or would you just start putting them together?
starts now.
Well,
Actually, I don't think you can sort them completely, can you? Because it looks like there's more than one face on each, so each face might be a different thing. But yeah, no, I'd get one cube in my hand, and that's like my base cube, and I'd challenge the base cube with it. I say, right, that's a north, that's a south. Okay, this is north south, and I'd build it into my cube. And like this one piece would be like my key piece, and it would tell me what the others were. I wouldn't be relying on will they fit, won't they fit. That's what the difference here.
First of all, a quick word about the magnetic composition of the cubes. Of the 8, one has 3 faces all positive. Another has 3 faces all negative.
Yeah.
Then in a further group of 3 cubes, each has 2 sides positive and 1 negative.
Exactly. So if I found out what those groups were, then I could just put the cube together. I don't have to worry about, well, what if this, what if that? And I can do that just by taking one of the cubes and holding it up against the others. So I think it's a sort task first.
And in the final group of 3, each has 2 sides negative and 1 positive. So the task for the contestants is to work out which is which, and then find an arrangement where opposite poles meet. Jackie Hart there wrongly placing the non-magnetised sides together. And clearly, all the magnetised sides must be on the inside of the jar.
I was going to say, you're not going to put that there, are you? Because it's going to form this pattern on the outside. Surely you've seen that as well. And like maybe I don't need to do the sort task as heavy because there's that pattern, but that pattern's going to be complicated because there are going to be repeating pieces that mimic each other. But like obviously that's not going there, is it, like that? So like you wouldn't try that. But she hasn't, like I said, like there's not a certainty about what that piece is. She's just making it try and go in. I think I'm trying to stick to my sort task first.
Cube, leaving the symmetrical pattern on the outside. Malcolm Burt. I think he has a magnetised face match with a non-magnetised one there. Now, is Andrew Thompson going to win
This
here?
seems like an effective technique as well, which was to build it in twos, find twos, find twos, find twos. Then you make the 2 4s, and then you put them 2 together. That's actually quite a sensible plan.
He's going to place those 2 halves together, and then
Because it's just a matter of rotating that now, isn't it?
we'll know as it comes apart, so it's not the correct arrangement.
Ah.
Janet may have found it. The whole cube must stick together when lifted, and it does. That's brilliantly done.
Well done. She's won again.
10 points to Janet Morris. Now, it looks like Malcolm might get second place. We won't know until he lifts it. And yes, indeed, 6 points to Malcolm.
Well, I wouldn't worry too much about that then. You can just squash it hard together and lift it, can't you?
Well done. So the battle now for third place, and Andrew, who at one time looked like he might win, is still searching.
Right, so that didn't work for him, so yeah, I'm glad I didn't do that.
Desperately for the solution, while Jackie looks like he's got third place all sewn up, but now it comes apart, so Andrew could still beat him to the 4 points, and yes, he's done it. Third place to Andrew Thompson.
Well, another brilliant performance by Janet in absolutely unstoppable form this
That's supposed to be the big finish, isn't it? But it's kind of like quiet and a bit shuffly.
evening. Let's go to the scoreboard, and there you can see both Malcolm and Jackie on 22, but now 24 points clear with a Krypton Factor of 46 from Purley, Surrey, Janet Morris.
And it does matter. Oh, it's not even the end. Oh no, they do the quiz at the end, don't they? The big quiz, yeah. It doesn't matter as well if you're just winning the Krypton Factor. You've got to get the highest Krypton Factor score you can to come back for the big finals. You know, they invite you the best ones back at the end of the series to do a big finals.
Into the 6th and final round, and
This is the best bit
Janet may be way out in front, but it's
because they look like they're Queen in the video for. They look like Queen in the video for Bohemian Rhapsody.
still possible to catch her, and don't forget a high-scoring second place could clinch a place in the group final too. 90 seconds of rapid-fire general knowledge questions to be answered on the buzzer. 2 points for a correct
Obviously, my buzzer's the pause button.
answer, but 2 points deducted for a wrong one. Good luck to you all. The clock starts now. What is the capital of Iraq?
Tehran.
Jackie.
Baghdad.
Correct. What sort of creature is Bilbo Baggins in J.R.
hobbit. He's a
Tolkien's
hobbit.
Andrew?
Hobbit.
Correct. Which bird of prey has varieties called Hobby, Laughing and Peregrine?
Falcon.
Jackie.
Falcon.
Correct. Who succeeded Bob Hawke as Australia's Prime Minister? Janet.
Paul Keating.
Correct. Joseph Francis Keaton, star of many silent films, was known by Jackie.
Buster.
Buster.
Correct. Since 1982, who has presented Blockbusters, the television
Bob
quiz Malcolm?
Holness. Bob Holness.
Correct. If His Holiness refers to the Pope, His Eminence refers to which other church dignitary? Malcolm?
Archbishop of Canterbury.
No, Cardinal. A cardiograph records the...
Heart.
Jackie?
Heartbeat.
Correct. Who wrote the novels Heart of the Country, The Cloning of Joanna May, and The Life and Loves of a She-Devil? The answer is Fay Weldon. Which gas used in welding is produced from calcium carbide? Jackie?
Argon.
No, acetylene. Tallinn is the capital of which Baltic republic? Jackie?
Estonia.
Correct.
Fucking buzzing
which
in.
stone tablet founded in 1799 in Egypt provided the key to decipher?
The,
Jackie?
the Rosetta Stone.
Correct. Which colleague of Dante Gabriel Rossetti married Effie Gray and had the first names of John Everett? The
What?
answer is Millet. How many millilitres make 1 litre?
1,000.
Jackie?
1,000.
Correct. Who composed the Symphony of 1000 and the Song of the Earth? Answer,
Vivaldi.
Gustav Mahler. Which palace given to the first Duke of Marlborough was named after one of his battles? Jackie?
Kensington.
Buckingham.
No, Blenheim. What are... that's it. It's the end of the round.
I
The
mean, he kept buzzing in, but
end of the contest. And the winner tonight with a
she didn't move her score there.
magnificent Krypton Factor of 48.
It kind of annoys you, doesn't it, if you're doing really well and someone else buzzes in a lot, because then, like, she didn't move her score, but, like, he moved his a bit, but it didn't matter.
The airport manager from Purley, Surrey, Janet Morris.
Yeah, and there's a delay on the chat, just a slight delay, isn't there? So you can never quite... But Janet...
Well, she led from start to finish, and all our congratulations go to Janet on her superb victory. And we look forward to seeing
And her superb pair of shorts.
her again in the Group B final. In the meantime, from all the contestants here and from myself, good night.
Good night.